Good morning, students. Let's see the continuity of general organic chemistry. Okay. General organic chemistry, concept of hybridization. Okay. Concept of hybridization. So important topic. So let's see. So you know the atomic orbitals. In an atom it has some orbitals, So let's see. This is the nucleus of atom. These are the orbits, am I right, or cells. This is the nucleus of an atom. Nucleus. What it is? Nucleus of an atom. Now this is the atom. In that atom, these are the cells or orbit. The first cell is K, second cell L, M, N. Am I right? Okay. In the first cell, which orbital is present? S orbital. In the second cell, S, P, and the third one S, P, D, and fourth one S, P, D, and F orbitals. Okay. Now these are called as orbits or cells. K cell, L cell, M cell, N cell are first orbit, second orbit, third orbit, fourth orbit. Now S, P, D and F are called orbitals, not orbitals. We call it is these orbitals present in the atom, am I right? So these are called atomic orbitals. These are called atomic orbitals. What are atomic orbitals? S, P, D and F are called atomic orbitals. Why? Because these are present in the atom in a particular cell. Okay. This is K cell, L cell, M, N cell. Okay. Now these are called orbit. Okay. Atomic orbitals. S, P, D, F. Okay. Is it clear, ma? So now energy order of atomic orbitals in a particular cell is S less than P less than D less than F. Okay. So that means lowest energy, this one is highest energy. Okay. Here energy of S and P close together. So that means nearly same, not exactly, nearly same. Okay. Energy of S and P is smaller than energy of D and F. So large difference is there in the energy of SP and D. Okay, higher energy is there. SP nearly close, but energy of D and S and P compare with, so large difference is there. Okay, remember it. Is it clear, ma? So now atomic orbitals, energy of S and P are very close. Remember this point. Nearly same, not exactly. Okay. And next, concept of hybridization. Concept of hybridization. Let's see the definition first of all. Later I will explain you. The process of intermixing of atomic orbitals, that means S, P, D and F. Okay, the process of intermixing of atomic orbitals which are having nearly equal energy, of same atom form a equal number of new orbitals is called which are equivalent and symmetrical or identical is called hybridization. Okay, and new orbitals are called as hybrid orbitals. So let's see the process of intermixing of atomic orbitals like sp, d. Mostly we discuss about sp, which are having nearly equal energy. Okay, so orbitals having nearly equal energy, then they undergoes intermixing, okay, and form new type of hybrid orbitals with equal number, okay, is called as hybridization. Let's see. Intermixing means, suppose one s orbital intermix with one p orbital gives 2sp hybrid orbital. Okay, so how many s orbital participate? 1. How many p orbitals? 1. Okay, it gives sp hybridization. Then how many sp hybrid orbitals are formed here? 2. How many s orbital? 1. How many p orbital? 1. Okay, they undergoes intermixing, they form sp hybrid orbital. How many sp hybrid orbitals are formed here? 2. Why? Because 2 atomic orbitals are involved here. Here s and p is called as nearly equal energy, and we call it is atomic orbitals. Am I right? And this one is hybrid orbital. sp is hybrid orbital. After intermixing, hybrid orbitals. Am I right? So number of how many atomic orbitals are involved here? 2. Number of atomic orbitals involved 2, one S and one P. Am I right? So number of hybrid orbital formed. Number of hybrid orbitals formed 2. How many s orbital? 2 s orbital. Sp plus Sp. 2 sp hybrid orbitals formed. 2 sp hybrid orbitals are formed. If number of atomic orbital involved is equals to number of hybrid orbital generate. Here one s and one p intermixing, so it gives sp hybridization. Now how many sp hybrid orbitals are formed here? 2 sp hybrid orbitals are formed. Okay. Now these 2 sp hybrid orbitals having 2 sp hybrid orbitals having identical, that means same, and symmetrical shape is also same shape. Okay, symmetrical shape and equal energies. Here some amount difference in the energy, but here we get 2 sp hybrid orbitals both having same energy. After hybridization, energy of the orbital is same. If 2 orbitals are involved in the hybridization, how many hybrid orbitals are get we get same number of hybrid orbitals. So S and P involved. So we get sp hybridization. How many sp hybrid orbitals are we get? 2 sp. Okay, clear? Suppose 1 s and 2 p orbitals gives sp2 hybridization. Which hybridization? sp2 hybridization. Now how many sp hybridization orbital formed here? 1s and 2. So it gives 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals. How many sp2 hybrid orbitals? 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals. Why? 1 s orbital and 2 p orbitals are involved here. So now how many hybrid orbitals are formed here? 3. Okay, 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals there. So all are having same energy, all are having equal symmetrical. Okay, is it clear? So number of atomic orbitals are involved equals number of hybrid orbitals are formed here. Okay, is it clear? So now how many hybrid orbitals are formed here? 1 s and 2. So 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals are we have. Okay. So suppose in the case if 1 s and 3 p orbitals are undergoes intermixing, it gives sp3 hybridization. Which hybridization? sp3 hybridization. Now how many hybrid orbitals are formed? sp3 hybrid orbitals? 4. Why? Because 1 s orbital and 3 orbital intermixing, sp3 hybridization. Now it gives 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals. Am I right? 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals are generated. Is it clear? So these 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals having same energy and symmetrical, identical, equivalent. Okay, clear? Equivalent means almost same. Remember this. Okay. So now sp, sp2, sp3. Okay, these are called hybridization simply. Okay. So that is the definition here. Okay, nearly same energy atomic orbitals undergoes intermixing and form new hybrid orbitals which are having same energy, almost are identical and symmetrical. Okay, this phenomena is called as hybridization, and the newly formed orbitals are called hybrid orbitals. Okay, is it clear to all of you? Intermixing of 1s and 1p give sp hybridization. Now how many sp hybrid orbitals are formed here? 2 only. 1s and 2p orbital give sp2 hybridization. It gives 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals. 1s and 3p hybrid orbitals, it gives 3p orbitals, not 3p orbitals, 3p orbitals. Okay, is it clear also? So now who proposed the concept of hybridization? Okay, so hybridization proposed by Linus Pauling and Slater, both are scientists. Okay, what is the purpose? To introduce hybridization. Okay, to explain the shape of molecules. What type of molecule shape? There are planar or a pyramidal or tetrahedral, like that. That is the shape means. Okay. So to explain the shape of molecules, they introduce concept of hybridization based upon valency bond theory. Valency bond theory. Simply we can write VBT theory. Valency bond theory. We will discuss in chemical bonding detail about valency bond theory. Okay, to explain the shape of molecule based upon valency bond theory. So he introduced hybridization concept. Valency bond theory means the electrons which are present in the valence cell are involved in the chemical bond. Okay, the electrons which are present in the valence cell, those electrons are involved in the chemical bond with another atoms. Okay, so that is called valency bond theory. In the chemical bond we will discuss very clear about this. Okay, is it clear? Who proposed hybridization concept? And Linus Pauling and Slater. So why he introduced this concept? To explain the shape of molecule based upon valency bond theory. Okay, so for that we need hybridization. Types of hybridization here in organic chemistry. Types of hybridization in general organic chemistry: sp, sp2 and sp3 hybridization. sp3 hybridization. Is it clear, all of you? Everyone? So now you know the definition and what type of hybridization. If S and P undergoes, how many sp hybrid orbitals gives? 2 sp hybrid orbitals. And one S and P2 undergoes sp2 hybridization, how many sp2 hybrid orbitals we get? 3 sp2. Am I right? 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals we have. 3 sp2. 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals we have. How many sp3 hybrid orbitals we have? 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals after hybridization. Okay. So if it is sp hybridization, that means it gives 2 sp hybrid orbitals. If it undergoes sp2 hybridization, it gives 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals. Why? Because 1 s and 2 p orbitals are participate in the hybridization and undergoes intermixing. Okay. And come to sp3, how many sp3 hybrid orbitals are formed here? 4. Why? Because 1 s orbital and 1 3 p orbitals undergoes intermixing. That means they distribute the energies. S and P both are having different energies, almost nearly same, having different energies. Now the energy is distributed in between the S and P orbital. That is called intermixing energy, and both are undergoes equal energies, distribution of energy. Okay, remember this. 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals. Okay, so now some important characteristics of hybridization. Important characteristics of hybridization. See the first point. Central atom in the molecule undergoes hybridization. For example, Methane, CH4 formula. What is the name of this compound? Methane. It is organic compound. What is the central atom here? What is the central atom? Carbon. The structure of methane is C H H H H. This is the central atom. Carbon is the central atom. Central atom. So this central atom only undergoes hybridization. So not these remaining atoms. Central atom only undergoes hybridization. Okay, clear? Now here it is in sp3 hybridization. I will explain later. Just remember. Okay. For example, boron trifluoride. Boron trifluoride. Now boron is the central atom. Boron is the central atom. This only undergoes hybridization. Which hybridization? sp2 hybridization. Boron is the central atom. Okay. And let's see BeCl2. BeCl2. Okay. Here the structure is BeCl, beryllium dichloride, beryllium chloride. The central atom is beryllium. It undergoes sp hybridization. sp hybridization. So in the hybridization process, which atom only undergoes hybridization? The central atom of the molecule only. Okay. Central atom of the molecule only undergoes hybridization. So central atom orbitals only involved in the hybridization. That means atomic orbitals, that means sp of central atom only involved in hybridization in the molecule. Am I right? In the molecule. Later I will explain about these molecules also. Okay. And number of atomic orbitals involved in hybridization is equals number of hybrid orbitals generated. Okay, is it clear this point? That means, for example, in the case of sp, how many atomic orbitals are involved? One s orbital and one p orbital. Am I right? Now how many sp hybrid orbitals are formed here? Totally two atomic orbitals. Two atomic orbitals involved. Am I right? Now how many hybrid orbitals formed after intermixing? Clearly 2sp hybrid orbitals generated. Number of atomic orbitals, here two atomic orbitals are involved. Now how many hybrid orbitals are formed after intermixing? Two sp hybrid orbitals are one sp, two sp hybrid orbitals are generated. Okay, that is the important point. Okay. So next point, is here. Isolated atom, that means single atom, not bonded with another atom. Isolated means single atom, like carbon, nitrogen, like that, etc. Okay, isolated, only carbon, only nitrogen. Okay, isolated atoms not involved in hybridization. Okay, only carbon, if it is unable to bond, if it doesn't participate in the molecular form, it is not in the molecular form. Okay, it not participate in the hybridization. So isolated means single atom. So suppose carbon is there, Carbon only not participate in the hybridization. When it is participate hybridization, when bonded with another atoms like CH4. So, for example, but in the molecule, it can participate in hybridization by using its atomic orbitals. Only carbon does not participate in hybridization, but in the molecular formula, CH4 is a molecule, am I right? In this case, it can participate hybridization. Okay, so this is the carbon, hydrogen, and hydrogen. If this carbon want to make a bond with 4 hydrogen atom, then only it undergoes hybridization. Only single carbon not involved in the hybridization. Remember this point. When this carbon atom undergoes hybridization, when it is try to bond with another atoms, then only it can participate in hybridization. Now it becomes central atom. Is it clear this point? Okay. Isolated means single. Okay. Molecular formula means this one. So now this carbon try to bond with 4 hydrogen atoms, then only it undergoes hybridization. Okay. Which hybridization here takes place? sp3. sp3 hybridization. Hybridization orbitals are more stable than atomic orbitals. Atomic orbitals. Hybridization is directly proportional to, due to hybridization, directly proportional to stability. Stability is increases. Due to hybridization, stability is increases. Stability of the molecule is increases, but inversely proportional to energy. Energy decreases and reactivity also. Reactivity. Hybridization is directly proportional to stability. More hybridization takes place, stability of the molecule is also high. So stability means energy decreases, reactivity of the molecule decreases. Remember this. So now stability is inversely proportional to reactivity. And also energy of the orbital. Energy. This is the concept. Stability means it energy decreases, reactivity decreases. Okay. Hybridization is high. Okay. So these two are directly proportional. These two are inversely proportional to these two one. Okay. The bond formed between two atoms due to hybrid orbitals makes strong bond. What type of bond takes place? Strong bond is formed in between two atoms. When if hybrid orbitals are involved, sp, sp2, sp3 like that, if only hybrid orbitals are involved, then it is strong bonds. Then bond due to atomic orbitals. Bond due to atomic orbitals. atomic orbitals. Let's see, this is carbon and this one is hydrogen. Okay, here sp3 hybrid orbital is involved, am I right? So CH bond is strong bond. Which bond? This bond makes strong bond. C bond H. Why? Because sp3 hybrid orbital of carbon are involved. For example, the bond between hydrogen and hydrogen. Okay, this hydrogen give one electron, this hydrogen offer one electron. Okay, there is no hybridization. It gives H2 molecule. Okay, now this bond is not strong compare with this bond. Why? Because both are covalent bonds. Which bond it is? So due to the hybridization here, which bond takes place? Covalent bond. So very strong bond. Here it is also covalent bond. This one is also covalent bond. But here only s orbital. Hydrogen, what is the electronic configuration? 1s1 hydrogen. S orbital only involved here. Am I right? Let's see here. Hydrogen, what is the electronic configuration? It has one electron, right? 1s1 is the electronic configuration. For second hydrogen also it has one electron. What is the electronic configuration? 1s1. Now the bond between hydrogen and hydrogen gives to H2. H2 means H bond H. That means this hydrogen gives one electron which is from 1s orbital. This hydrogen offer one electron which is in 1s1. These two are atomic orbitals. Okay, not a hybrid orbitals. Not a hybrid orbitals. Is it clear? Here hybrid orbitals are involved from carbon. So it is strong. So covalent. It is also covalent, but atomic orbitals are. Now which bond is strong? Hybrid orbital bond is strong. Clear? That point? Hybridization is directly proportional to overlapping of orbitals. So more overlapping, directly proportional means more overlapping of orbitals causes more hybridization. Okay, so now what is overlapping of orbitals? What is overlapping here? Let's see. Partial penetration of atomic orbitals, is called overlapping. Penetration means they move to near together. So sp orbital, they both are, penetration means close together, not very much close, not very apart. Okay, let's see. Partial penetration means orbitals try to come together. Okay, that means neither so close, neither very close, neither very close nor very far. So in moderate distance they maintain in between S and P. Okay, that is means penetrating. So if orbitals are, this is S orbital and this is P orbital, so they maintain moderate distance and partial distance are partial penetrating. Penetrating means close together. Okay, maintain moderate distance, not very much close, not very far. Okay, that is called penetrating. That is called penetrating. Is it clear, all of you? Penetrating means. So overlapping, orbital overlapping. So more penetration is possible, then hybridization is also become very strong. Okay. So let's see. Suppose this is S orbital. You know very well. S orbital, spherical in shape. How it is? S orbital, spherical shape. S orbital, shape of S orbital. Already we discussed in atomic structure. S orbital. Suppose it is interact with P orbital. What is the shape of P orbitals? Dumbbell shape. Dumbbell shape. Am I right? Yes. P orbital. P orbital. What is the shape of S orbital? Spherical. What is the shape of P orbital? Dumbbell. Like dumbbell, you know. Now these both are overlap. Both are undergoes overlapping. Overlapping means both are come together. Both are come together. Then what happened? Then it becomes like that. Okay? It becomes like that. One S, one P overlapping. Okay? So one S orbital, one P orbital. How many hybrid orbitals it gives? Two sp hybrid orbitals. Two sp hybrid orbitals. Am I right? Two sp. This is loop. What we call it is loop. This big size loop is related to P loop. What it is? P loop. P loop. This small size is called as regarding to S loop. S loop. Okay. This phenomena is called as penetration, overlapping. Okay. So here 2 sp hybrid orbital for loop. So 2 sp means, can I write like this? Can I write like this? This one. So now it is 1 sp. Okay. And one more. It is another sp. Okay. When these two are close together, what happened? What happened? This undergoes overlapping, both are. That means I can write here. So now this part from this one. So now this penetrating into this. Now this is enter into this. This is enter into this part. Okay. This belongs to this one. This belongs to this one. Both are interconnected. So now this. What is the? Now it is in linear shape, horizontal arrangement or not? Horizontal arrangement. Okay. Horizontal. What is the bond angle here? What we expected bond angle here in the linear? 180 degrees. Am I right? 180 degrees. Suppose in the linear shape. 180 degrees. If we measure the bond angle, what is the bond angle? 180 degrees. So 180 degrees means we call it is linear, straight line. Straight line means what we call it is mathematically collinear. Am I right? Collinear. Linear or collinear. Suppose in this case S and P orbital overlapping. Do you have an idea now? So penetration is close together here. Okay. Now this is S and P, both are undergoes hybridization. Now how many hybrid orbitals are generated here? 2 sp. Now sp orbital shape is like this, sp. Now these two are close, what happened? This is the shape. Now this one penetrating into this one. Okay. So this is the representation. Is it clear, ma? Now it is in horizontal direction like this. Now bond angle here 180 degrees. That is called linear. Okay. Or mathematically we call it is collinear. In the collinear, that means straight line. What is the bond angle on the straight line? 180 degrees. Is it clear, ma? All of you? So now this loop penetrate into this loop. This loop penetrate into this one. This loop penetrate into this one. Okay? Is it clear? So this is about concept of overlapping also. These are the important facts regarding hybridization. Then go for types of hybridization. Okay. So now how many types of hybridization here we have? Clearly we have three types of hybridization: sp, sp2, sp3. Types of hybridization. Types of hybridization. So the first one is sp hybridization, second one is sp2 hybridization, third one is sp3. Majorly we discussed in organic chemistry. These type of inorganic chemistry, that means atomic structure, periodic classification, chemical bonding. So some more hybridization are possible with d orbitals also. In organic chemistry, mostly we discussed about these three. Let's discuss about sp hybridization. Come to sp. sp hybridization. How sp hybridization takes place? The intermixing of one s atomic orbital, s is atomic orbital, one s atomic orbital and one p atomic orbitals, one p atomic orbital undergo intermixing. Intermixing means their energies are distributed till to get same. Undergoes intermixing to form two sp new hybrid orbitals is called hybridization. sp hybridization. One s and one p undergoes intermixing. Why orbitals are undergoes intermixing? Intermixing means they distribute their energies equally. Okay, that we call it is overlapping also here. Okay, sp hybridization. Okay, so how many sp hybrid orbitals generate? Two. Why? Because one s and one p orbitals are involved. Okay, is it clear? That is called sp hybridization. Okay, let's see. This is s orbital, spherical in shape. This is p orbital, which is in dumbbell like. Now both are undergoes intermixing. They're close together, they overlapping together. Okay, overlapping. That means overlapping means okay, clear? Now this belongs to sp hybridization. How many sp hybrid orbital generate like this? Two sp hybrid orbital is generate. How many? Two sp hybrid orbitals. Two sp hybrid orbitals generated. So we can draw like this. One is one sp and another one is also okay, this is also one sp. Two sp like this generate. This shape is called, later we'll discuss. Okay, this is sp hybridization. Is it clear, ma? So shape of sp hybrid orbital is shape of sp hybrid orbital is oval shape. Oval shape means like this. Oval shape means horizontal flat. This one. That is this shape is called as oval shape, like, okay, oval shape. It is nothing but of like that, you know. Clear? So now these two sp orbital having the above two sp hybrid orbitals have equal energy, am I right? And also we call it is identical orbitals, identical hybrid orbitals, and also we call it is symmetrical also. Symmetrical, shape is also same both, that is symmetrical. Okay, symmetrical in shape. And equivalent energy, equivalent or equal, both the same here. Equivalent also we call it is. Okay. So these type of overlapping is called as, this one like horizontal overlap, am I right? Head on overlap, what we call it is head on overlap, or axial overlap, axial overlap is takes place. Okay. So now here these two, how these two are orientated or arranged in the linear manner, already we discussed before. These two are arranged like okay, this manner is linear or collinear, am I right? Collinear. Bond angle how much here? 180 degrees. Hybridization how much? What hybridization? We represent it is sp hybridization. Remember this. In this case. Okay. So head on overlap or axial overlap like this. The horizontal manner like this. This type of overlap is called as axial or head on overlap. So now such type of overlap gives sigma bonds. It causes this type of axial overlapping is, it causes for sigma bond. Sigma means like this. Okay. Sigma bonds, for example, BeCl2, beryllium chloride. Okay. So now central atom is beryllium. It bonded with 2 chlorine, it undergoes sp hybridization. Now beryllium interact with chlorine with axial overlapping, head on or axial overlapping. Here it has one sp, okay, and it is also another sp. Now what type of overlapping with chlorine? Axial overlapping or head on, axial overlap. Here it is also axial overlap. I will explain in the diagrammatically also. Now these bond is called as sigma bonds, or we call it is covalent. Sigma bond is clearly covalent bond. It is strong bond. Remember this. Okay. All sigma bonds are covalent bonds. Remember this. So due to the axial overlapping, okay, sigma bonds are possible. Remember this. And one more important point here, relative overlapping of sp hybrid orbital, relative overlapping power of sp hybrid orbital with respect to s orbital is 1.93. With respect to s orbital, the overlapping power for sp orbital is 1.93, more than s orbital. Okay, let's see what is the meaning of this one. Now this is p orbital, am I right? P orbital. Now this p orbital undergoes overlapping with s orbital. Now this is s orbital. This one is called p orbital. This one is called as s orbital. Which one? S orbital. Okay, s orbital. From this point to and up to this distance, s orbital, this one is called as 1 unit overlapping power of s orbital. 1 unit overlapping power of s orbital. Overlapping from this center to and up to s orbital, this distance is taken as 1 unit overlapping power. Overlapping power of s orbital taken as unity. Unity means 1, that is 1. Okay, 1. Overlapping power of s orbital, how much? 1. Is it clear, all of you? Overlapping power of s orbital is 1. Now come to p orbital in that same diagram. In the same diagram, okay. Now from this point to up to p orbital, this is 1.73 for p orbital overlapping power. For up to this one, s orbital, up to this one, from to this dotted line. Okay, that is 1, taken as 1. This is for p orbital. Okay, now they involving in overlap, s orbital completely overlapping with p orbital. That means we can represent like after overlapping, am I right? After overlapping both, this p orbital undergoes overlapping with s orbital. This is the representation. This is the representation. Okay. Now it consists s loop and p loop, both, am I right? Now this represents 1.93. This is s. This is P. Now both are overlapping. This is the representation. That this is called relative overlapping power of sp. sp hybrid orbital. What is the relative overlapping power of sp orbital? 1.90. For s orbital 1, for p orbital 1.73. So after overlapping, what is the sp? This is sp orbital of relative overlapping power of sp orbital is taken as 1.90. Remember this point. No need this explanation. Okay, this value we should need. Okay. Now energy of sp hybrid orbital is greater than s orbital and less than p orbital. sp orbital energy is greater than s orbital, sp energy is less than p orbital. Remember this point. Okay. Overlapping means penetration. Remember this point. axial or head on overlapping gives sigma bonds. Am I right? Suppose this is one orbital, s orbital, this is also another s orbital. Now this undergoes overlapping like axial. This is axial. Axial. This is nucleus. Horizontal overlapping. Nucleus of atom. This is called. This causes for sigma bond. Okay. Now lateral or sideway overlapping gives pi bond. Sideway means it takes place in the case of p orbitals, mostly p orbitals. This is p orbitals. This is another p orbitals. Now the overlapping is side by side like this. Okay. Or lateral means like this. Lateral means this. Or side. These type of gives pi bonds. Which bond it gives? Pi bond. Lateral overlapping causes for pi bond. Horizontal or axial or head-on overlapping gives pi bonds. Sigma bonds. Is it clear, all of you? Everyone? Okay, write it down. So this is the lateral overlapping gives pi bond. Horizontal or head-on gives sigma bond. Okay. P orbitals are involved in pi bonds. Okay. So now take the example. Beryllium chloride for sp. For sp hybridization, some example: beryllium chloride, ZnCl2, CO2, carbon disulfide. These are example for sp hybridization. BeCl, which hybridization it has? sp. What is the bond angle? 180 degrees. 180 degrees. Which hybridization? sp. Shape? sp hybridization means it is linear shape. Linear shape. What is the shape of the molecule? Linear, or geometry we call it is. Next come to ZnCl2. Zn is the central atom. Cl. What is the bond angle? 180 degrees. And which hybridization it is undergoes? sp hybridization. Shape? Linear shape. Okay. Next come to CO2, carbon dioxide. Okay. So now it is C double bond O, C double bond O. Which hybridization it is? Undergoes sp. What is the bond angle? 180 degrees. So what is the shape? Shape linear. So in that one is sigma bond, another one is pi bond. One is sigma, another bond is pi bond. Here single bond means sigma bonds. This is also sigma bond. Okay. Next, carbon disulfide, CS2 means C double bond S double bond S. Bond angle how much? 180 degrees. What is the hybridization of carbon central atom? This one sp. Only central atom only undergoes hybridization. Remember this point. And what is the shape of the molecule here? Shape of the molecule is bond angle 180 degrees and shape is linear shape. Am I right? Linear shape. Okay. Next come to acetylene. And its another name is ethine. Acetylene or ethine. Okay. Structure is C triple bond CH. This is the structure of acetylene. Okay. Formula is C2H12 H2, acetylene, C2, 2 carbons, 2 hydrogen. Structure is like this. Okay, this is sigma bond, this is sigma bond. This is sigma bond. In this two, one is pi bond, another one is pi bond. Okay, pi bond. Okay, acetylene we call it is. So which hybridization here it is? Here it is. These 2 carbons are there. Each carbon undergoes sp. This is the central atom. This is also central atom. sp hybridization. Expected bond angle is here 180 degrees. Shape of the molecule is 180 degrees. Okay, sp hybridization causes for linear and it is 180 degrees, and triple bond also. Triple bond. Okay, here this is organic compound, hydrocarbon. This is a, why? Because mostly consists carbon and hydrogen only, so we call it is hydrocarbon. So it is called organic compound. Am I right? This is called organic compound. So remaining this one called inorganic compounds. Up to that, inorganic compounds. Is it clear, all of you? Inorganic compounds. So now here we must discuss about organic. So if triple bond is present, in between atoms, then that atom shows sp hybridization and in linear shape. Okay, direct. If triple bond is there, that is sp and linear. Remember this. Tomorrow I will also explain BeCl2 complete hybridization. So some example regarding organic. Identify the hybridization of triple bonded carbon in the following compound. Example: CH3, CH2, C double bond, CH. Only triple bonded carbon. Where triple bond is present? Here, in between these two carbon. Then this hybridization of this carbon is sp. Hybridization of triple bond is there. Triple bond. So it is also in sp hybridization. Okay, clear? Now CH3, CH2, Cn, cyanide. Cn means cyanides. The structure of cyanide is here CH3, CH2, C triple bond, and Cn means like this. Now triple bond is there. What is the hybridization of this carbon? sp. Clear, all of you? Everyone? So let's see. In the case of carbon dioxide, both side double bond is there. Both side double bond. This is also sp. Remember, not very important. So the carbon with two double bonds, okay, then it shows sp hybridization. This one is important. So triple bond is sp. The carbon with two double bonds like this, it is also sp. Remember this. Okay, students, I will explain on tomorrow again. Have a nice day. Thank you very much.